NFL on EA Sports. Super Bowl dreams are on the line today in the conference championship where only one team can move on. It's the Jets going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's send you upstate to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. We're standing by our two men who will call the action. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, with a sight of fans splashing in pools behind the end zone, we can only be in one place. That's Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between our visitors and the Jacksonville Jaguars. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Finding time. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. And a Jet touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And it is now 21-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. A couple of Jets there in on the stop.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He won't go down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Yeah, quick throw here. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their dangerous wide receiver, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
2nd down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. And a look at the defense now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Their big-bodied receiver with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the 1st quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway, essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I've got to figure out how to slow this guy down. Because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make them spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Well, after what we just saw, we know that with 3rd down coming up, this is not a gimme for the offense. They've got to figure out what they want to do. Do they challenge their offensive line and try and run it? Or do they go ahead and concede that this is a tough defense and put it in the air?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars get a score closer. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. Oh, did the Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. You know, it's interesting. There was not an onside kick recovered the first 7 weeks in 2015. Teams were 0 of 24, Charles, to start the year. Has it gotten harder to recover these onside kicks?
I don't think it's gotten harder, but when you cite stats such as 0 for 24,
that's staggering.
That keeps people from trying it at all.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and got some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars are back within a score. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have doing for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw, buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Their dangerous wide receiver. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield. Got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The 13 yards that time at a first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Going to give this time to the tailback, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. They'll drop the throw, escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Let's go! 38! Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Rodgers not pleased with the setup. He's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd down and 3. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to let it go again. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 15 yards. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go. 1-9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. And that one gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting through. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. What? Nothing. What? Nothing. Let's go. Ohio.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Jets. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 59 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he's gone 2-2 on us now at 2 receiving touchdowns, now his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And that's the back of the NFL nowadays, isn't it? The ability to do everything. You can't just be one or the other. The best ones able to run it, catch it, and produce. Big-time points put on the board by him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They come out here in the eye. And now here's a carry heading left. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle here to Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Third down now following the completed pass. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe not expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So second down, 3 yards to go now.
Come on, let's go. 38.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37th. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
That's a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. A bunch of Jets, their whole gang of them flying to the football to make the stop. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Steps away. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Back to throw. Deep drop. And this one is incomplete. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
He'll field this at the 5. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Now Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Being chased out left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They got it. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. He's got time. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And they'll run it here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 3rd and 4.
Let's round. Let's go. Run 38.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Make no difference. I'm coming back to join the cast of Carmen.